Have you ever wondered if your daily habits affect your inner peace and happiness? In this intriguing philosophical journey from the perspective of Stoicism, we will discover how the Stoics' teachings on self-control and authentic contentment can transform your life. Get ready to challenge your perceptions and find a path to inner peace. Don't miss out and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our deep dives. The Stoics, undisputed masters of self-control and wisdom, approached the notion of pleasure and lust from a unique perspective. From the words of Epictetus to the intimate thoughts of Seneca, they thoroughly explored the complexities of human passions, leaving a legacy that continues captivating us. For the Stoics, masturbation was not simply a search for carnal satisfaction, but an opportunity to explore the limits of both body and mind. They conceived it as an exercise in self-knowledge and a path towards authentic freedom. In his philosophy, mastery over the passions, even in the midst of the ardor of pleasure, represented an achievement that elevated the human spirit. Epictetus stated that it is not nights of pleasure that distinguish a good man, but rather his self-control. In this context, the ability to enjoy pleasure by understanding and containing it makes the difference in someone who has reached a higher level of self-awareness. Instead of being slaves to our desires, we must be their masters, as Seneca reminds us with his sharp philosophical insight. At the heart of Stoic philosophy, the focus on self-control and understanding the passions led followers of this school to confront challenges beyond physical pleasures. The idea of overcoming adversity and finding virtue in self-discipline became the next chapter in this fascinating journey. The Stoics, in their search for true freedom, immersed themselves in contemplation of the trials of daily life. For them, each challenge represented an opportunity to demonstrate mastery over emotions and cultivate resilience. In this context, facing difficulties became an essential practice to achieve true fulfillment. Seneca, with his sharp philosophical vision, addressed the idea that true happiness does not lie in the absence of pleasures, but in the ability to embrace life in all its facets. The Stoics found in accepting reality and adapting to circumstances a path to lasting inner peace. As they explored these teachings, followers of Stoicism became narrators of their own experiences, sharing stories of overcoming and resistance. Epictetus, with his practical approach, encouraged his disciples to face each challenge as an opportunity to grow and strengthen character. Thus, Stoic philosophy extended beyond reflections on pleasure and self-discipline, becoming a beacon of wisdom for those seeking deeper meaning in their lives. The history of the Stoics, marked by the constant pursuit of virtue in the midst of trials, became an enduring legacy that continues to inspire generations. The Stoic perspective on masturbation goes beyond simple repression. It is about deep understanding and mastery of oneself. This approach allows us to direct our emotions towards a conscious journey of self-exploration. Pleasure, seen from this perspective, does not reside solely in momentary satisfaction, but in the understanding, acceptance, and embrace of our deepest inclinations. Masturbation, then, becomes an intimate dance between our passions and our reason. It is an active connection with oneself, where body and mind intertwine in a symphony of pleasure and internal exploration. It reminds us of our humanity and our ability to experience pleasure in a way that elevates us above our most base impulses. From the courageous perspective of the Stoics, masturbation is not a limitless indulgence, but an opportunity for deeper self-knowledge. In this act, the hypothalamus, the main command region of our brain, coordinates physiological and emotional responses. The amygdala, in charge of our emotions, shines like a beacon, weaving our deepest desires into the fabric of our sensory experience. However, the mind not only reacts to pleasure, but has the ability to intensify it. Masturbation becomes an act of personal sensory exploration, where our most intimate ideas merge with sensations, generating a deeply revealing and empowering experience. The mind and body, in their harmonious dance, remind us that masturbation is not reduced to a simple physical act, but is a holistic experience. If you're enjoying what you've seen so far, I encourage you to show your support by clicking the I like it, which you will find just below. Your support is essential so we can continue bringing you quality content. In this moment of self-exploration, our mind becomes the stage where our deepest desires, our boldest dreams, and our deepest passions unfold. Additionally, masturbation can be an act of connection not only with ourselves, but also with our partners. By exploring our bodies and fantasies, we share intimacy, creating a bond of trust and unbreakable complicity. However, it is crucial to note that, from the Stoic perspective, we should not fall into abuse. Every action has consequences, not only for us, but also for the natural order of the universe. Uncontrolled masturbation can separate us from the harmony with nature that the Stoics value so much, turning us into prisoners of our desires and distancing us from authentic inner serenity. Compulsive masturbation can trigger an emotional whirlwind, where guilt, shame, and dissatisfaction become constant companions. The Stoics instruct us in controlling our intense emotions through introspection and self-regulation. Consciously facing our emotions teaches us to manage them in a healthy and constructive way. Often, after masturbation, we seek solace in external activities, such as compulsive shopping, overeating, or alcohol. However, the Stoics urge us to find inner peace within ourselves. True satisfaction lies in our self-control and our ability to find joy in the simple and virtuous. Let me share an inspiring personal story. I know someone who used to struggle with compulsive masturbation, facing emotional storms after each act. After immersing himself in Stoic teachings, practicing self-control and self-regulation, that person experienced a profound transformation. He learned to face his desires and emotions consciously, finding true joy in self-control and now living a life of inner peace and authenticity, without the slavery of momentary desires. Experiencing authentic fulfillment comes from living in accordance with our deepest principles and values. When we succumb to fleeting desires, we risk losing sight of what we truly value in life. Compulsive masturbation, in particular, can divert us from our noblest purposes and distance us from the true happiness found in virtue and inner peace. Instead of giving in to momentary impulses, seeking mental serenity through meditation and mindfulness becomes an essential tool. This practice strengthens our ability to resist temptations and address our emotions in healthy ways. The compulsion toward masturbation thus becomes an obstacle to mental serenity, leading us into a cycle of desires and regrets that separate us from the peaceful peace we find in self-control and moderation. Living in harmony with our principles is revealed as the path to authentic inner peace. Although masturbation, practiced in moderation and self-control, can be part of a healthy and satisfying sexual life, we lose that valuable inner peace when we let ourselves be carried away by intense desires and lose balance. The Stoics challenge us to reflect on our actions, bravely confront our emotions, and find true satisfaction in self-control and moderation. I invite you to reflect on your own practices and desires. Let us remember that true freedom lies in self-control and the ability to live according to our highest values. Masturbation, like any other act in our lives, must be evaluated under these teachings. Find the strength to live a life where every choice reflects your true self and find the inner peace you long for. May each decision bring you peace and guide you towards harmony with your true being. In summary, the key message surrounding the topic of masturbation from the Stoic perspective is that true satisfaction and inner peace come from living in harmony with our deepest principles and values. Masturbation, when practiced in moderation and self-control, can be part of a healthy sexual life, but losing balance and giving in to intense desires can derail our path to true happiness. The Stoics urge us to reflect on our actions, face our emotions bravely, and find true satisfaction in self-control and moderation. The key is to live a life where our choices reflect our true selves, seeking inner peace and harmony with our highest values. How do you think applying these Stoic teachings could change your perspective on satisfaction in life? Tell me in the comments your reflections and experiences. I want to know your point of view. Remember, philosophy is a shared journey. If you enjoyed this video and want to continue exploring deep concepts, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. This way, you will be aware of all our future philosophical explorations. Until next time, and thank you for being part of this community of reflection and learning.